Honorable Raksha Mantri, delegates to the conference, members of the Executive Council, members of the strategic community, members of the media, my IDSA colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all of you. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 7th South Asia Conference being organized by the IDSA on the theme India and South Asia, Exploring Regional Perceptions. I'm most grateful to you, sir, for having agreed to inaugurate this conference. Your invaluable support to this project over the last several years has resulted in institutionalizing the conference as an annual event of the IDSA. In the last 7 years, the conference has emerged as a platform for scholars and experts from India and abroad for exchange of views on a variety of issues concerning South Asia. The previous 6 conferences have discussed numerous themes such as economic cooperation in South Asia, changing political context in South Asia, the future prospects for South Asia, the common challenges of terrorism which our countries face, the prospect for cooperative security framework in South Asia, and last year we discussed the prospect for stability and growth in South Asia. Friends, you would agree that despite the best efforts of the leaders, regional cooperation in South Asia remains at a level much below the desirable. The SAARC was established in 1985 and BIMSTEC in 1997. These are very important regional organizations, but the progress towards regional cooperation has been somewhat tardy. The present situation in the region is not comforting either. Democracy has set in, but democratic institutions still remain weak. Terrorism continues to be a serious threat. The aspirations of the youth are growing exponentially. If not met, these will have serious consequences for stability in our countries. Radicalization of societies is happening at a disturbing pace. One can count several other disconcerting trends. There are many reasons why South Asia has been lagging behind the other regions in the efforts towards regional cooperation. And I think one of the reasons that we will be exploring in this conference is the negative perception the countries of the region have about each other. Many countries of the region have had a turbulent past. Conflicts and wars have continued to shape negative perceptions about each other. Very often, the discourse about India in the neighboring countries is colored by India's predominant size, colonial legacy, and historical baggage. These factors also come in the way of fostering a positive image about each other. While this may be true, we should not overlook our strengths and positive stories from the region. This will help generate better perceptions about each other. The fact is, the region has not remained static. Democracy has taken hold in this part of the world. South Asian countries have also done relatively well economically. Our young people and the new generation are less affected by the negative past. Thanks to the ICT revolution and the onset of social media, we know each other better than before. The Indian economy has grown significantly in size since 1991 and is on course to become a global economy. The countries of the region are beginning to realize the sizable benefits they will acquire if their economies are linked with the Indian economy. Another notable factor is that the region has tremendous soft power which can be harnessed for mutual benefit. All our countries have great civilizational past and can boast of cultural richness which is the envy of others. We have young and talented populations. It is true, and a factor of geography and history, that India is the largest country in the region. This conference will seek to explore various perceptions about India in the neighboring countries. Which are the key forces that shape or perpetuate the prevailing perceptions? What is the role of the media? Why has the region failed to connect to India with its rising political and economic profile? We will also explore how best India can manage or improve the perceptions among its South Asian neighbors. These and other questions mentioned in the concept note of the conference will inform the discussions over the next 2 days. I feel that there are grounds for hope that negative discourse about each other can be changed. However, our wishing so will not make it happen. We will have to make a positive and determined effort towards changing the negative discourse. This conference is informed by the assumption that perceptions play a significant role in South Asian politics. Adversarial and negative perceptions come in the way of regional cooperation and integration. Hyperactive 24/7 media plays a role in perpetuating sometimes cynicism. A cooperative approach to resolving regional issues remains elusive, but this need not be so. An effort to forge positive perceptions about each other must be made. I am grateful to the delegates from Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Maldives, Myanmar, Nepal, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka for having traveled to New Delhi for this conference. The conference is being held in the season of gaiety and festivity in India. Diwali is around the corner, and we will be celebrating Muharram and Guru Nanak Dev Jayanti in the next 2.5 weeks. So please enjoy your stay while you are here. Thank you very much.